Make sure the sound works. Hey, say some stuff.
Uh, you gotta own it until you phone it, and then you do. I keep talking on the. Yep. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Oh my
Looking good.
God.
Looking good. Looking good. I don't know which of you was talking. That's how good it was. Oh, that was the problem. Okay. So crisp microphone. That should work. All right. Let's do it up. Welcome to the tentatively titled Backdoor Man, which is a sociology thing. Oh, wait, we gotta do a little of this.
We got it.
Do a little of this, do a little of that, do a little of that. Hey, what's good?
No.
Dialing all this TV stuff. Crack it open. Ugh. Chicago comedy,
Chicago. Damn it.
comedy, comedy, comedy.
Comedy. Bars. Bears.
Dude,
Sausages.
this mic's picking it all up. We got
Oh
it.
my
We're
God.
fucking
How
nailing it.
the deplosions? Is the deplosions or
Oh, I'll take the plosions out in post.
nice, nice.
Post ploge.
Nice. Got a good post-plosion pandemic.
All right. We were talking about my future ex husband before, and he wouldn't let me start without asking, um, what have you done to help Bontrager take over the Chicago comedy scene?
What have I done to help you? What haven't I done? Um, let's see. Boy, what haven't I done? Really? I mean, like, I don't know other than drunkenly screaming, "We gotta collaborate sometime." Like,
Nice,
it doesn't
nice,
get much more committed than
nice,
that.
nice,
And then being unable to follow
nice.
through
That's what you've done for me. What do you think I can do to take over the Chicago comedy scene?
to take over the Chicago
Cause
comedy
like
scene.
my aunt, she was like, before she was dying, she was like, I hate working at the laundromat. And she has like 50 cats. Like, no, make your house like a cat hotel. You never have to go to the laundromat ever again.
Yeah, be
And
the
then she's like,
change.
no. And then she died alone watching I Love Lucy reruns. But I got those VHSs. They were fucking.
The I Love Lucy VHSs.
Yeah, dude. I Love
I
Lucy
gotta
VHS.
go back. This is like, this is crazy. Like, I keep having these instances happen where I feel like this is just proof that we're in a simulation. Like, you pulled out this yerba mate, and like, we got this in Hawaii. Absolutely, like, love it. It was just like what we were drinking when we were there. And then there's a Hawaii state quarter on here, okay? This
That
isn't
was just the one quarter I
this
found
is a
in my
one quarter,
jacket.
a
And I was like,
Hawaii state quarter.
I
As I'm thinking about Hawaii,
was like, fuck
you
that
know.
quarter.
This is like the one time my girlfriend and I, we were at Unique. We're at a thrift store, right? She finds this Boys in the Hood T-shirt, and she's just like, "Should I get this Boys in the Hood T-shirt?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're like, "Ah, no, maybe not." Then we go to another thrift store out in the suburbs. What DVD? I ask you, what DVD do you think was on the end cap there?
Boys in the Hood
Boys
2.5.
in the Hood. Yes.
Oh, there's my meat still.
I was listening to a podcast about how Beethoven sucks, and as they were talking about Moonlight Sonata, I was cut off in traffic by a Hyundai Sonata. I think that that's fucking. And
Okay,
now
okay.
now you're talking about I Love Lucy,
I
and
was
this
with
is
you. I
like,
was with you, and then you got dangerously close to being like a numerology guy. You got like dangerously close, like one of those guys who's like, "Hey, your name has 7 letters in it. My middle name has 7 letters in it. My grandpa's name is Alex. His name is Alex. Alex is 4 letters. 4 letters. My dick is 4 inches long. Guys, we're all connected."
dude, have you? It's like in the number 23. So it's like, look, her favorite color was pink. Pink. What colors make up pink? Like whatever the code is. It's like red, 31, white, 23, 23. There it is. And my roommate at the time was watching this movie. He's just like, fuck, this is a deep movie. And I'm like, I gotta fucking leave.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm trying to do angles, trying to make it look sexy. I don't know how to do it.
dude, you can't make these arms look sexy. I do not have good arms. Like, I just don't. I gotta. Uh,
I got
you
this
got.
COVID whiteness.
Dude, I've got this. I've got this genetic,
So much cold.
awful paleness that goes on here. Like, I can't. Oh man, I'm
What
so.
are your geneticides? I'm looking at I got a genetics book in here somewhere.
What am I? My genealogy, my family lineage. It's no surprise to no one that I'm mostly French, British, and German.
Oh, nice. I
But
got I got the Sweden, the Switzerland, the German, and like a Salt Bay of Puerto Rican. Just a
nice,
little bit of Puerto Rican at the end.
nice.
I got this whole book of Amish family stories over there somewhere. I don't know. I don't know.
Fuck yeah, Swedish. That's explains the blue and
There we go. We got you a nice shot in the corner. You're looking all pensive, and that's a good. That's a good. Yeah,
this
we
is
got.
good.
I got all this stuff. We could
Nice.
play chess.
Ooh.
I eventually we could drink Drano. Um, I got the Munchkins. I got all the D&D books. If you got any D&D questions, dude,
I don't, but I like
you look like you do.
I well, there's nothing that there's I feel like everything I know about D&D I've learned from community recently.
Ooh,
Uh,
Community. They're very accurate.
yeah, well that would make sense because doesn't Dan Harmon have like he has a whole podcast where he
Yeah,
plays
the dude
D&D?
with the glasses that was Allison Bree's brother on the one episode or cousin. He was from Harmontown podcast. He's the dungeon master on that podcast.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've got to get into that. And, you know, it's weird too because like I feel like D&D is something that I should play sometime. And it did get such like a bad rap like when I was growing up. Like it was still in that thing. It was like, oh, D&D is for weirdos, and you don't want to be one of them. And then like you get older, and you're like, no, it's just a creative role playing game.
Well, honestly, at the time they were weirdos because they were all playing 3.5, and 3.5 super crunchy. It's like math to the max. It's like if you know math, you can win the game. Basically, like if you're like a math professor, you just do some weird fucking algebra shit and you're like, I win, like, you know. But now it's more story. Now it is directly more story based. Like there's zero reason to do what they call min maxing, like maximizing your stat potential.
Hmm.
There's zero reason to do that anymore because it's literally just like there's a what they call like fudging it. Like in the book, there's just things where you'd be like, you don't have to have them die. Like you don't like you could be like, if a character dies now, you could just be like, do you guys want to go to the afterlife and try to free their soul?
Uh,
Like, you know what I mean? So like you could do whatever the fuck you want. Like the older books, it's just like this happens and they turn to dust and we have to go out back and burn your character sheet.
yeah, it seems like a fun way to like if you're gonna get your. It seems like a fun way to exercise your creative muscles without having to go spend 5 hours at open mics.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
Um,
out a way to do it so that it's not as rule intensive because I've been basically been playing it for like a year or two before I moved back here, and I'm just now getting a hang of like the rules and stuff and like how all the activities and stuff work.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and there's is easier ones. Like I have one over there. It's like mouse guard. You just play as mice, and then you just roll like d6s to see whether you like go over things. So it's more like
Mm,
tell me story reasons of why you got through that. Like maybe you could be like, I got like I kicked his ass, but then like my last swing was so hard I broke my little mouse arm. Like if you could make up a story reason for stuff to happen, I don't
yeah.
know. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that I think it's definitely going to be something that I try at some point.
Yeah.
Um, y-
Jessica, Miss Atan, Diane, whatever she's doing, she wants to do it. But I can't dungeon master myself. We need to find someone who's a good dungeon master. I
yeah.
can do the social stuff. I can't be a battle dungeon master.
And what entails being a battle dungeon master? Is it just you gotta
So it's like like whoever you're battling, I'm everyone else that's not you guys. So it's like so if it's 5 people versus 500, I'm 500 people, and I have to roll for 500 people.
huh?
That's like a lot of shit.
You know, when you get promoted to a level like that, I mean, that's why they pay you.
I don't. No, I wish you
I
can
mean,
though. You
mhm,
could. There's a website you can be like a paid dungeon master. You can be like, it's $20 a month to be in my campaign,
that's interesting.
and those guys get like the good ones. They fucking get the money. Like they pay. Like, dude.
I'm just imagining this world of like battle dungeon masters and how it's like a corporate hierarchy and there's like lean Six Sigma
Yeah,
for them for
yeah,
having all that stuff.
yeah. There's bros. There's bros who are like, no, dude, we're 3.5 till I die. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking insanity. Let's see here.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of Bernhard Stimpfel?
No, I have not heard of Bernhard
Did
Stimmel.
you? So you knew? Did you know that Hitler didn't actually write his own? He didn't write Mein Kampf.
What the nerve of that man?
So yeah, so he was just he did the pool hall putsch or whatever. He did the like,
Yeah, the beer
the-
hall putsch.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
just drinking beer like, and they were going like, yeah, you should start a podcast. And then they sent him to jail for the thing, the beer hauling. And then while he was in jail, he just had some dude called Bernhard Stempfel follow him around, and then he was just like talking shit off. And this guy was actually like more of a political philosopher guy, and he was kind of like DJing, editing Hitler's things, and kind of basically using Hitler's face to get like a lot of his ideas out there. And you know what?
Wait, so I'm curious. So Hitler
Yeah.
was rambling. This guy just kind of like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and so Hitler was rambling. This guy wrote it down and made it a narrative.
And basically, yeah, and like and inserted like his own kind of like philosophical shit
Uh-huh.
into it, and kind of like just like one upped Hitler's things, like to make it like Hitler look cooler in his own book.
Interesting.
And so then
I wonder if he regrets that at all.
he does. He died in the night of the Long Knives. He eventually got sent to Dachau. He was killed by Hitler.
Oh my God.
Hitler was so paranoid that this guy knew too much, and he murdered him.
Jeez. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it is kind of crazy. Like just like, and this is one of the things about me getting older is like you realize just how awful World War II really was. Like from just all sides in it. Like it was just like
Yeah,
a nightmare. And then the older you get, like it feels like I feel like I don't know how you're perceiving time the older you're getting, but for me it's just like as a kid that feels like ancient history. Then you realize it's like it wasn't even that long ago.
yeah,
Even like
like
the Civil
yeah.
War wasn't that long
That's
ago.
what they
And
say
it's
about
like
like slavery too. It's like if you have someone who's like old as fuck, like they remember when slavery was like abolished or whatever. Like or like they remember their dad telling them or something. Like it's not that old.
yeah, like Chappelle said, like his dad was raised. Dave Chappelle's dad was raised by his grandma, so Dave Chappelle's great grandmother, who
Yes,
was
yes, yes,
born
yes, yes.
enslaved.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like so that's where he's like they're like this is not old like
Hot take. Amish people are the only people who are allowed to say they didn't have slaves. I think. I'm gonna have to like talk to some people, but I don't think Amish people had any slaves. But Native Americans did. Everyone else had them. Everyone's trying to be like only white people had slaves. Everyone in the world had slaves.
mm.
Everyone. I'm thinking Amish people just made more kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I mean I think that
I don't know if they whitewashed it, but I do have like a story of like my Amish family from like 1800s.
well, even if there are other cultures and stuff that had slaves, it doesn't change the fact that the transatlantic slave trade
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
mean
yeah.
the transatlantic that doesn't justify
Yeah,
the
it
transatlantic
doesn't
slave
wipe it
trade.
out. Yeah,
And that
no, no,
doesn't
no,
it's like it's still
no.
bad.
I'm just saying, I'm better than you. That's all I'm
Wait, are
saying.
you Amish?
Yeah,
Oh, you are?
I'm basically like, yeah, my mom's parents
How can you be Amish?
were
What is this?
Amish and they turned Mennonite to get married. It's
So
some Romeo and Juliet like
So what
Montague
you're saying
Capulet
is your
shit.
ancestry, if you go back, your genealogy, your
Oh yeah,
history should be
so much
free of
incest.
like
Oh,
should be free of
oh, that's what
free
you're
of slaves and lots of incest.
so much incest because yeah, no slavery, just a lot of incest.
That explains
I'm
a lot.
pretty sure there's incest. I mean, come on. That like the way the guy explained to me was like it was like Montague they didn't say this, but like Montague Capulet shit of like Amish people.
Wasn't it a thing with the Amish people that they had to start sending like a child's were born, then they literally had to like send them to like other communities to try and stop that
Yeah,
from
in
happening?
other specific areas, yeah, because it was like they're very like extremely tribal,
Yeah,
which is weird.
yeah. I can't say I'm surprised because you are from the eastern side of Pennsylvania, so
Eastern. No, I'm
Central.
Central.
You're Central PA.
Central Pennsylvania. I'm the
You're
keystone of the
you're
keystone.
east. You're
You're
east of
literally,
like you're east of Erie. That's Eastern PA to me. Okay.
literally, Lancaster County is like the keystone of the Keystone State. Like it's down here and it's shaped like a keystone at the bottom of Pennsylvania.
So but you are from. That's where you're from, right? The Lancaster area,
Yeah, yeah,
Lancaster area. Yeah,
yeah. Lancaster.
yeah,
Lancaster.
yeah. That's yeah. It, in northwestern Pennsylvania, you're eastern Pennsylvania. Sorry, buddy. That's
No,
just nomenclature. All right, all right. So let's crack open a can of pop and we'll talk
do we
about it.
gotta open a map? Do we
We
gotta
got
open a
let's
map?
let's open let's crack open some pops and we'll talk about it.
Pop. We
Yeah,
don't call it pop. We call it soda.
yeah. See, that's exactly. That's
I'll kill
eastern.
you.
Pop.
Pop. You guys are too close to Indiana.
Uh,
Map of Pennsylvania with all the counties. Do me Google.
I know my Pennsylvania geography. Are you still a Pennsylvania resident?
Oh, you're right. It is more like I don't know. They must have been showing us different maps in Lancaster County School.
Did you not take? Did you have to take Pennsylvania history too?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We learned way too much about Pat Buchanan.
I don't remember anything about that. I just remember the only thing I remember from Pennsylvania history is Ridge and Valley region. That's all I remember.
It's Penn's Woods. I'm like, that's the dumbest explanation of anything. We don't have any woods here.
I mean, we did.
Well, does it? Well, I mean, like, it's not all woods. They
Well,
tore them up down. That's why they did the zombies there. They did the zombie movies there. That's all. That's all like Pittsburgh and shit.
yeah, like what, like Dawn of the Dead and all that stuff. That's
Yeah, yeah.
Pittsburgh. Yeah,
It's like Pittsburghish. Gross. It's gross out there.
yeah. Pittsburgh kind of yeah. Pittsburgh is It's kind of funny because like you know what city looks a lot like Pittsburgh is Portland, Oregon.
That makes sense.
It's nothing but just green hills and all that stuff, and like inclines and like rivers going through it and all that stuff. It's nuts.
I just remember Pittsburgh just being like, oh, I see why they left. Like this when the steel ended, they're like, let's get out of here.
See, growing up in Erie, where I'm from, like Pittsburgh was like the cool city. Like that was the big city. It was Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and then Buffalo for
No,
some
yeah,
reason.
you can't say you say pop because it's from you're from Pennsylvania. You got it. You're the corner. You're the
That's right.
you're the ear. You're licking the state next door. You're taking their culture. You're not PA culture.
We're our own thing, and we got a flat, neutral accent, which makes us perfect for Hollywood, and that's why Tom Hanks filmed part of that thing you do there. Okay. Great.
I thought you were about to name a bunch of Erie PA actors.
The only one that I can think of that's from Erie, PA, is that kid that's in that new Ryan Reynolds movie on Netflix.
Oh, the little squat,
Yeah, the little
little
squat.
guy,
Yeah, yeah.
little jerk,
Little that. Yeah, the little.
Ryan Reynolds Jr.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Little,
kid thinks he's hot shit right now.
little jerk. Yeah.
He better moisturize because he thinks he's hot shit right now. And dude,
Speaking of Pennsylvania, do you think he's like that little jerk in the Sixth Sense where he does that one cough syrup commercial?
wait, there's like some weird ass kid in.
There's Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
kid that bullies him because like Haley Joel Osment's in the play. He's in like the drama club,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah,
kid's also in the drama club, but he thinks he's hot shit because he landed like one Vicks commercial,
yeah, yeah,
and they keep showing it. And the mom's like, "Here you go, honey." He's like, but the kid's a little asshole, and he terrorizes him. He throws him in like the closet and all that shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
That
for
guy
the
committed suicide.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen The Sixth Sense, spoiler alert. Haley Joel Osment gets locked in a closet. Okay. Fucking ruined it for some of you.
I think
Sorry.
you ruined the movie.
Fuck.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry out there. Press F in the
Sorry.
chat if you
Fuck,
think this
dude.
guy's an asshole.
You can
Come on,
fucking
Bartsy.
you can fucking
Come on, Bartsy. Give us that F in the chat.
you can punch me out for ruining The Sixth Sense, and that'll help you make some grind, some gain some traction in the comedy scene. I think.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Mhm.
right. You brought it back. What? Who do you think? How do I say this? Who are your favorite like Shaq level Chicago comedians?
My favorite comedians in Chicago.
Not your favorite. I'm saying like the ones that like could hang out. I don't know the Shaq level of comedy, like comedy legends in the waiting.
like ones that are here right now,
Yeah, yeah.
actively.
That didn't leave and that didn't start doing rap.
Ye-
Hannibal.
I just learned about that. I didn't even
Just
know.
learned about that?
Learned about
Side
that.
rant, please.
I just learned about that last
Just
night.
learned about it.
I just learned about that last night.
Yeah, and so he's
Apparently,
booking
it's a
shows.
completely straightforward rap career.
So he's so he's booking shows with comedians, and he's headlining at with rap. Have you heard that?
No, I
So
just
that's
heard
what
that
he's
he was
doing.
doing a. I
That's how
just
that's how he's like building it up.
so he's rapping.
So yeah, but it's like but he has like 4 or 5 comics before him, and then he ends with rapping.
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
All right.
It's a good trap.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll see. I don't. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any of it. So yeah.
What is that?
But I mean, that's the new
The
thing.
whole thing just made fly.
He wouldn't be the first person to go into music completely straight. Straight laced. Be a comedian and have like a straight laced music career. You ever listen to Matt Berry?
No.
Yeah, he's got a whole he's got like a psychedelic folk music career that's like not comedy at all. And you're like, listen, I listen to it, and it's like most of it's okay, some of it's really good, most of it I think is okay, but like it's crazy to like be like this is the same guy from like What We Do in the Shadows, and like the IT Crowd and all that stuff.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, um,
I use his voice as a D&D character.
really,
Yeah.
he's got a great voice. That makes so much sense. I hope he plays D&D in real life. I mean, I bet he would.
Let's see. What's my name? Jazz Coyote here. Hello. I'm a druid. I hang around with bees. I have psychic bees who follow me around. I eat their honey. It's a little more Bowie. But I use me thinking of Matt Berry's voice.
You kind of come out sounding kind of Woody Allen-ish, like
Little Woody Allen ish.
little Woody Allen-ish, yeah. You know, if you do it, and then if you make it a little more guttural, then you got a dead-on walking. But everyone does a walking. Do you think that walking's a little bit overplayed and like I gotta do a funny impression, so like let's just go the Tris for walking? Like, do you think it's hack? I guess.
It's pretty hack if you don't do anything with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, what were we talking? So like for me though, the best comics in Chicago that like still haven't left. Um, I'm always really impressed by either like Kristen Toomey and Adam Burke. I think that those two
Yeah.
just always like I think those two are always just dead on hilarious. You can't. I never not like laugh at their stuff. They're so good at just, and they're so good at literally just going up and just riffing about whatever the fuck just happened.
Yeah,
Like
Burke's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen Toomey in a while because I don't go to the shows as much. What shows do you like to go to?
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm bad at.
I'm very bad
I'm
at it.
so bad at going to shows, and honestly, fucking most people are. Everyone acts like they go to shows. It's just like they go to CYSK, and then they go to maybe another show a month that their friends are booked on, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. But the shows that I did like going to, um, I always thought camp was a cool show.
yeah. Are
I
they
like
still doing it?
they're doing it now at the Lincoln Lodge.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's just not the same. I mean, yeah,
yeah. No, yeah, but yeah, I think Tessa brought it back now at the Lincoln Lodge. Um, but
I
yeah,
don't know. What do you? I don't
Camp was
know.
a cool show. I mean, obviously CYSK was always a great show.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and then there's always like I can't remember like how many shows I would go see at North Bar.
well, yeah, yeah,
there was
yeah.
always like shows at North Bar and all that stuff. There was one show that I always thought was really cool was Death Metal Geography Teacher.
Oh, he hasn't done that in a while, right?
No, he hasn't,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that I thought was always really cool.
yeah,
Chris just, he's another killer who he's definitely I like comics that are smart and they're not afraid to put that into their stand up. Um and Chris just like handing out the papers like Mr. Damon and all that stuff and like allowing like the audience to participate in it and then just having like wacky characters come off and it'd be this like crazy history class. I always thought was really cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out is like because it's like a thing like Seinfeld talked about where it's like like in TV people come back for a place rather than like one specific character. Like that's who's like trying to make it like a place you go to. So like with the geography teacher thing, it's like that's like going to a school. like you're going to a geography school.
Hmm.
And it's like that's a cool like to be able to like invoke a space that only happens like when the show's on kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's anything that kind of gets away from the traditional bar show like not that there's anything wrong. Like sometimes it's just great to have like a classic like right, here's a lineup, here's a bar, here's a cool like brick wall, small stage. You know, you put up like 5 or 6 comics, they all do 8 minutes. It's really fun. The audience has a good time. Um, nothing wrong with that format. Fuck, and something that simple too can be hard to fucking produce. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of great. Producing shit like that sucks. But like for something like that, I think anything that's a little bit creative and when it's executed really, really well, like that show was, um, I think it could be like really inspiring. Just like inspiring in the sense of like. Like if you want to go skate, you'd watch like a skate video and you'd be like, I gotta fucking do this now. Like that type of shit would be like you'd walk out of a show and be like, I gotta go fucking do some comedy now. Like I feel like I have an idea of something I want to
yeah,
do.
yeah. I'm trying to figure a place to get my new to get do the Titanic show again.
Did that go well
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time?
Like Nishad did fucking awesome on it because he did it like in character basically,
Uh-huh.
like as he's on the Titanic, and like that worked the best because he was like mostly in it, and then the other two comics were kind of like the first one she just did a regular set, but and William did he was kind of like half in half out, more
Mm-hmm.
just like commenting on Titanic the idea,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it works when you're in the character. But yeah, I had the whole like the ship sinking sound going the whole time, which is funny.
Yeah, and I was telling my girlfriend about that yesterday, and I was like, yeah, because I remember you reached out to me to be in it, but I was flying that weekend. But it sucks because it's just like if I take off like the like I could play a Titanic officer just with my like take the wings off my stuff and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's just like I've got the ship captain uniform ready to
Let's
go.
do it because the ship captain I've been doing with it, his kids keep getting sick.
Oh, oh God. Well, in 1912, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, all of his kids have
diphtheria.
dysentery.
Yeah, diphtheria, dysentery. And they gotta wait for their fucking medication to come from a fucking dog sled from Alaska. Like it's
Dude,
tough living
side
that
rant.
life.
Have you ever finished the original Oregon Trail?
The original Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
N- no, I bet, and I can't now because my
No, you
elementary
can.
school is
No,
closed.
you can.
Oh, I can.
If there's a website that collects DOS games and they boot in your browser.
Hmm.
So I finally beat Oregon Trail.
That's impressive that you finally beat Oregon Trail at 33. Yet they gave it to us when we were what, like I was probably what 8 or 9.
Dude, I figured out what's so dark about it. Because like each time you die, and you put up a gravestone, so you every time you restart, you pass your own gravestone if you get further.
See, that's
You pass your own gravestone.
oh my God. But like, you know what? It's like weird. Like, yeah, it's not to us, but like, I literally did not pick up on that as a kid. Like,
Yeah,
there's
well,
just no way.
I didn't understand what the first time, even just playing through it now, I didn't understand what the fuck was happening. So I stopped at a trading post. Like, I'm gonna stay here at the trading post and get all this good loot. But what you don't realize, like every day you're at a new trading post waiting for new loot to spawn or whatever,
Yeah.
you're just waiting. Your time is passing. So if you're not fucking hoofing it, and like if you take more than like 2 or 3 days break, winter's gonna take your family, and you're not gonna be able to ford the river anymore. The river's gonna be too deep and you're gonna break it. I barely made it. I got there too early, so you don't want to rush.
Yeah.
I rushed, and the river was too deep. And then if you're slow, the river's frozen, and then your family sinks into the icy maw.
Damn.
Yeah, it's dark. It's awesome, dude. I want dark games back. We're so soft.
That I mean, aren't there a bunch of dark games?
I mean, Elden Ring's dark, but it's not like it's just kind of annoying. You
Rem-
die, and it's
Yeah.
like you're just in this weird like maybe afterlife for soldiers, but who knows?
Remember Medieval?
Which one was that?
That was the one where you literally the opening credits is watching your main character it- take an arrow right through the eyeball and die.
Nice.
Then he comes back to life and he's just this walking corpse that's basically trying to kill you're just trying to kill zombies and undead people and you're in this gothic castle and
Oh, was that the one where it was like a weird animated thing and it's like the CD?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
those games were weird. That's on there too. All those like if there's any DOS game you ever wanted to beat,
This
it's
wasn't DOS, this was PlayStation 1.
okay. Oh, right,
But it
right.
does start off with like a weird animated sequence and then it's just like you're walking through and like the score of the game is really like it's actually pretty good. Um, it's yeah, it's got this like very like dark minor baroque kind of like thing to it with like synth backgrounds and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Very like just very like it just sets the mood. Just listen to that alone. Like you
yeah, yeah,
if you were to like listen to that in a dark room, you would just like you would not go to a good place.
yeah,
Be like you'd go to a fun place, but like not a great place.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um Look at me. Fucking look at me. I'm a fucking gamer. I'm one of you now.
Fucking
I'm one
nerd.
of you.
Fucking nerd over
Huh?
here.
Cool.
You fucking nerd. Press F in the chat if you think this guy's a nerd.
Oh my god. I was so fucking nervous coming here. I feel like I'm the worst person to have on a podcast.
Why?
I don't know. I'm bad. I realize that like I'm bad at
It's
like
look. It only took you 30 minutes to have a nervous breakdown.
I know. I know. This is the thing. And, like, I think that's why I like doing open mics and like comedy and all that stuff is because like if you have more than like a 5 minute conversation with somebody, you'll be like, that's my best friend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Is just like we're not good at like maintaining these conversations and they're like when you do get into a conversation and all that stuff,
yeah, yeah.
it's weird.
You just like you do jazz hands until they're too exhausted and they
You,
just walk away.
you do like I remember
Yeah,
one time I was hanging out with like it was like one time after like the North Bar mic and all that stuff like me, Toby McMullen, and Brandon Kiefer were like hanging out
yeah.
and like we went got food, we shot some pool, we were just like whatever and all that stuff. And like the whole time I was just like I was just like am I just like hanging out with these
Yeah,
guys?
are we
Is
just
that
hanging? What do
normal?
we
Like
do?
is this weird and all that stuff? And the next day Toby was like he was like hey he was like that was a good hang yesterday. No, I was just like I was like oh yeah it was and I walked out like turned around and walked and like I'm just walking slowly. He's like you're the best. And so it's like we did it. 30 years old. We did it. We had fun.
I hung it.
I
We
mean,
hung it so hard.
I chilled, man.
Well, I think that's what's so weird about technology is like because I think technology in a way exhausts us because it's like it's speeding up time. So we think that like a regular hang is just like, are we boring everyone? Like, no, a regular hang is just cool. Just
Hmm.
we hanging,
Oh yeah,
vibing. We don't have to touch each other's nuts all the time.
yeah.
We can just do it
It's
every half hour, every hour and a half. We don't have to do it every 5 minutes.
yeah, and it's weird too because it's like I'll go like sometimes at work like I'll go out to like grab some food and a drink or whatever with the other pilot and like we'll sit there and like we had just spent the whole day we had just spent literally spent the whole day together
Yeah, just like
fine,
yeah.
maybe like not chatting as much, but like whatever. And then like we'll like talk for like we'll have like a 5 minute burst of conversation, and then there'll just be this like, yep, and then I'll just like look away and just be like looking up at the TV.
You know what you should do? You should go home. Both you go home early, skip the beer, and then meet up and play Fortnite.
Well, like it's hard to like do that. No, but like it's hard because like it's like you can't carry on a console with you and all that stuff. It's tough to do that. But there are guys that will do that. No, they'll bring their console with them. They'll be like, "Oh, I brought my Xbox. It's in my bag." And that's what they'll do. They'll go set it up, plug it into the TV, and then like that'll happen.
That's rad.
Yeah, I flew with one guy. He was actually he brought his whole like laptop and all that stuff with him and all that shit because like he was developing a model for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like he was working for a contractor, a company that was contracted by Microsoft to design the official model for like the new thing that was getting released. So any flight simmers out there, if you fly the E175, that's modeled off of a plane that I was literally in.
My German future ex-husband, will love that. He played it a little
Really.
bit. He was fucking flipping out on flight simulator.
Is he like an airplane nerd or is he just like game?
No, he has what do you call it? He's got the VR thing, so he's playing with it.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking crazy. JetBlue just announced that they're gonna start doing that in part of their pilot training. That's gonna be part of
Dude,
it.
it's kind of intense. Like he keeps wanting me to get one, but like no, I'll just wait till it gets better. But like really, that's my excuse because like it's too intense. Like right now, they haven't figured out the thing that like doesn't make you vomit when you're running forward
Oh yeah.
because it's just like your brain thinks you're actually doing it, but your body's still. So like it makes you like vomit. You're like
Hmm.
it's because your body doesn't feel the inertia. I think kind of freaks it out.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, that's the thing is that like your eyes are the most powerful thing.
Yeah,
And
just make you vomit. It's just fucking. And then there's like there's like a ghost hunting game. I'm like even playing it on a laptop. I'm like it's scary. I don't want to. It's a ghost you're coming around. Hmm.
uh,
Chicago comedy.
yeah,
Have you visited
Chicago
other scene?
comedy. I have. That's the one thing about my job that can be nice
Oh, right, because you could just
is
you're yeah, you just pop off.
yeah, I can just go. The scene that I probably visited the most has been Denver.
Oh, the yeah, Denver's nice.
Denver's nice. Denver is basically like Chicago, just a little bit smaller.
Chicago, but there's parking.
Yeah, and but like it's it's funny like you can go to like the mic and you can be like oh this mic is the analog for this mic in Chicago. This show is this analog for this. Um, and
When did you start here?
2017, just after
Okay.
just January 2017.
Um, so you haven't seen the scene change too much. What do you think it's missing?
What I think the scene's missing.
Yes, well, since you've seen other scenes and stuff like that, and yeah,
Well, I mean, as all the scenes that I've seen, like Denver's been the biggest one. Like I haven't, um, I did go to do one. I did do one open mic in New York at the
yeah,
Creek in the Cave,
yeah. Creek's cool. Yeah,
and that was like, and it was just like the bugs. It was like, oh wow, New York is just a different animal.
yeah, totally.
And I was like, yeah, Chicago's cool.
Which one did you do? Did you do like the 3 minute one? There's like a 2 minute mic, which is hilarious.
We did. I think it was a three. I think it was a 3 minute mic, but the
Yeah,
host was doing 8 minutes in between each set.
yeah. You get a good host. Wink, wink. Yeah, they'll do.
He was doing 8 minutes in between each set, and it was they were doing the list based off of like how long you've been doing comedy in New York.
Oh,
And I was the
weird.
reason why I was out there is because my buddy, Hugh Thomas,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
was out there and he was like, "Hey, dude, I'm going out. I'm hanging out here before I go to Korea." It's just like, dude, you got nothing going on. You should come out. We should hang out in New York. I was like, yeah, sure. So I fly out there. I meet up with him, and we go. And we had plans to do like 2 or 3 mics, but we're at this one, and it's taking forever. And the way that they did it was like you had to put on the how long you were doing comedy in New York.
yeah. It's
And
super
I
weird.
wrote how long was I doing comedy? I wrote 2 inches. And the host was like, he's like, that's actually very funny. He's like, I'm gonna bump you up on the list because he's like, I'm not being around. That's fucking hilarious. And he's like, I like your style. But that by him bumping me up, that still was about 45 minutes before I
Oh,
went
of
up.
course. Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah,
Hugh, then Hugh still had to wait like another hour and a half after me,
yeah, yeah.
and he was so pissed
That
because
bottom
like
room's brutal, right?
he was so pissed. He was so mad. And like, and it's not like
Yeah,
it just sucked. And it's not like him bumping me up didn't help me do any
yeah,
better.
exactly.
They did not give a fuck
Oh
that I was
no,
from
no, no, no!
Chicago.
It was a brutal basement.
And it was literally just it was a giant click. And
I think it's what
I was
trigger
doing
warning like wishes they were with like the amount of like I quit energy without doing all the like weird like DJ like scratches and stuff like because you just want to go like when Creek was back in New York, but it's just like you go there like because I'd start the night there and then I'd do all the other mics and I'd end there
yeah.
and you just be like ah. It hurts so much more than all the other places just because
Yeah.
like it is just yeah it's like hardcore Creek click but like just like the comics it's
Yeah,
just like it's
yeah,
crazy.
like you're doing stand up and they literally have the fucking cue cards from people's late night debuts and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So
And
you
you're
stole those. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You
they
stole
have that
his.
hanging up there and you're like holy shit.
You're like,
Like
fuck
this
me. Yeah, it was the Lucas Brothers cue cards, right?
there was Lucas Brothers, Nick Turner,
Yeah, yeah,
was I remember that one too. Yeah, I remember seeing the Lucas Brothers. Obviously that's when I think Legion of Skanks was still doing their shit there.
yeah. You know, it's funny. I would be there, and I'm like, sometimes they'd go long, so I'd be like, fuck Legion of Skanks, come along, making the mic start late. I
Got fucking paid
could have just sat
everything.
in there. My German husband would have wanted me to, but I was like, I kind of want to.
But you know what the cool thing was is like so like after I did my set and all that stuff, right? I go up, I'm hanging out outside, and I'm just kind of by myself. Who walks by but Judah fucking Freelander?
Nice.
And
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like he's basically just like I don't remember if he was talking to anyone on the phone, if he was FaceTiming somebody, or if he was just live streaming his walk home.
yeah, yeah.
And and he's like I see him, I'm just like oh shit. I was like, hey, Judah? He's like, yeah, man, what's up? And I was just like, dude, no, I'm Sean, big fan, love you, 30 Rock. I was just like, yeah, I'm a comedian too. Like he's like, oh, cool. He was like, what are you up to? I was like, literally just did a mic. And he turns around and looks at Creek and Cave and he's just like, they do fucking comedy here? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, he's like, I
I
had
thought it
no.
was just cool Mexican
He's like,
food.
he's like, I had no idea. He's like, I had no idea. holy shit, man. I was like, yeah. He's like, well, yeah. He's like, I gotta go. He's like, it was cool chatting with you. He's like, and like he came out and like he talked to him for like a minute, and then he was just like, he's like, all right, guys. He's like, hey, have good shows. Fist bumps us, and like I was like, worth it. That was fucking so worth it.
Yeah.
That was so worth it. And now fucking Pratik and Mark are doing.
Yeah, they do
They
those
usually do shows with
those
Judah
Zoom
all the
shows or
time, but
whatever.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, which is like now I just want to be like, do you remember me? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
But Judah's
weirdest
so funny. He's so goddamn good.
weirdest Zoom show I saw was they got Doug Stanhope to like close, but he just basically did Q&A for like 2 hours. And then the one chick's like, he's like, "Hey, you live down the street. Come on over. We're doing the thing." She's like, "Oh, okay." She like closed the laptop. Like 10 minutes later, you see her in the background of the shot. You're like, "Oh fuck." Just
Uh,
move on Stanhope Street. I'll just invite you over, whatever.
Imagine finding out that you live right next to Doug Stanhope.
I mean, when you're moving in. I think you could tell. I don't know.
Maybe I don't. I mean, Stanhope is like. I mean, Stanhope is like A-list in the comedy world, but I think Doug Stanhope can like basically walk through a grocery store and unbothered.
Well, yeah, like yeah, like either you don't know who he is, but yeah, he has that like weird clout that like Johnny Depp likes him and all that stuff. He just like hangs out with Depp. Like, whoa. I don't know why that's like such a clout. Because like Depp's so cool.
I mean, he's getting back on it, man.
Dude, he's coming back.
He is
It's gonna
coming
be
back.
the Depp connaissance.
It really will. I mean, he's probably like. I mean, he's probably like he's probably like looking at all the copies of Transcendence that he's trying to burn, and he's just like, "Thank God for this."
Well, I think I know he's coming back because when you see there's like YouTube suggesting me clips of this guy just it's just like Johnny Depp not being able to like stop laughing at hilarious witness, and it's just like
Oh my God.
it got like two
Okay,
point seven million
I
hits.
know what video you're talking about. I fucking hate the way that that guy edits his
He's the
videos.
worst editor,
You're
but
the
he's getting
fucking worst.
2.7 million hits per
And
video.
he's cutting out like he's cutting
He's
it
got
at weird
good stuff.
he's cutting it at weird parts, and he's sitting out, and then you're flashing text on the screen for 2 seconds so I can't fucking see it. LOL, you're so random. Get the fuck to bed and try again.
Honestly, you're making me want to go back and watch the last week and do better cuts.
I'm getting fucking mad. Recut him. Yeah, I know. If Arrested Development had to do a re-edit, you think you're above it?
Dude,
No.
I see. Here's the thing. I was trying to do that. Amber Heard's lawyer was fucking me over. I was watching the second day, and I'm just like, it's literally it was literally just like 3 hours of a lawyer not knowing how to take down Johnny Depp's charisma. Because it's just like, did you say this in a text to Paul Bettany? Like, yeah, I did. Yeah, we were coked out of our minds. Were you coked out of your minds? Yes, we were coked out of our minds. Like a sarcasm text would have saved him, but like we know Johnny Depp's not gonna burn Amber Heard at a stake. That takes too much work.
Yeah.
Like all that like you burn her alive and eat her anus hole or whatever. Like, dude, that takes so much work. And there's like so many parts of like preparation to burning her at the stake to like eating her asshole with like teriyaki and like sautéing it and stuff where you're like, it's too much work. You have to keep too many people involved. It's just like you're gonna get arrested before you even finish eating her burnt filleted asshole or whatever the fuck.
I mean, the front trial. Is that literally like, the Johnny Depp like say that?
There's this one part where like the whole are just harping on it for hours, like, oh yeah, and Paul Bettany's like, yeah, oh, we go. He's not Australian. He's like back home. Oh well, yeah, we burn her at the stake, and Depp's like, yeah, we should make sure we drown her too at the end. Durka durka. Like, yeah, it's just classic Salem witch trial jokes. He's a hack. Like he should get arrested for being a hack, but
Yeah.
it's text messages.
Yeah.
And Johnny Depp, god damn it, what are you doing? Letting him letting the man take your text messages. Use WhatsApp or something, right? How did they get all those? Did they just get them from his like do you steal a cell phone or you just get it from the provider? I think the providers, the carriers, they're snitches.
Yeah, because like I mean, would they have to turn that stuff? I don't know anything about law, but like it's
No,
not
they don't
criminal.
have to, but like
It's not a criminal trial.
investigators will they would have got it from the previous thing. Amber Heard v. Depp. This is Depp v. Heard
Okay.
for defamation. The first one was for like assault and all this bullshit. Um the poopy stuff, all the stuff now.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so supposedly like investigators just go to your phone company and be like, please, and they're like, all right. Like they don't like it's very little resistance from our phone providers.
Hmm. That's interesting. I
Yeah,
can use that to my advantage and
yeah.
send some text to some fun people.
I mean, you look like an investigator.
I
Just
can
show
just
up
do
to
that. I'm
ATM,
gonna do that. I'm gonna
AT&T.
do that to all my friends. I'm just gonna text them like terrible things now and be like,
Yeah,
he's like, I was trolling you, buddy.
you raped me. Remember that time you raped me? To Mike, it's like
Oh.
Mike's like, I didn't rape you. He's like, yeah, you did, man.
Ah, I noticed that you also have the entire Scott Pilgrim book series over there.
Shut up. I want to have dates. Don't tell the women.
Hey, women, date this guy. He's got a German ex-husband, so you know he's cool.
That's
And
shut up. That's half my plan. Shut up. Don't say it sarcastically. That's my plan. I'll sound gay. I'll get booked more.
uh,
I'm too pale. I don't have an Amish beard. I can pretend I'm on permanent Rumspringa.
you good? I mean, is that technically what you're
That's an
doing? Is
angle. That's like
Rumspringa?
kind of an angle. Nah, not technically.
Are you
Because
famous like practicing Mennonites still?
no, she rebel without a cause kind of thing. She turned new age, so she
Okay.
dropped. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just go further and further into like a new religion based around crystals. That makes sense.
I mean, but why not? I mean,
Because
it's
it's
not
just
like any other religion.
but you just give it all up. Why do you gotta be like the crystals?
I don't know. I think, and I kind of had this thought. Um, I kind of had this thought yesterday that came to me while I was watching a video that was a leftist take on Roseanne.
Nice.
That yeah, it was like it's the condition of being human so much for our brains to comprehend that like that's where religion comes from. It's like you got to have some sort of justification for it, just because the concept of how we've evolved in consciousness and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it's just to like, yeah, you
So
gotta be
it's
like,
like
there's gotta be some emotion. We're
so
too cool.
yeah, so like I got it. So like I mean, it's not the philosophy that I subscribe to, but like I also like get it where people are just like it's like yeah, new age like I'm spiritual. Like I get it. I'm not saying that that's what I am. I'm just saying that like I
Yeah, yeah,
understand
yeah.
how people can like be like I'm not going to give this all up. You know, they're just going to like transition into that.
But
Did
it's
I answer your question or did
yeah,
I just open up a complete new thing? You didn't
no,
even ask me
you
a question.
you brought Modelo's, so we've been in side rant mode for at least 20 minutes. But like, yeah, I think yeah, that like it's just like people can't like it. I don't understand why it's morose to be like that. There's nothing.
Yeah, I think and I think it's been hijacked too by the edgy atheist.
Well, then that becomes like a new religion. It's like proving that
Yeah.
everything's nothing at all points, like being a nihilist to like to the nth degree for no reason. Like you can
Hmm.
be like a happy nihilist. Like nothing means anything, so I can run through this red light as long as no one's watching. I think. Oh, here's my theory. I think everyone's secretly religious because everyone thinks the cops are watching all the time.
So, oh, oh, you mean
People
there's
think
like
that cops are like omnipresent, so like they won't like do heroin on the sidewalk because the cops might be watching when there's like no cop on the street.
so if you see a guy with a needle in his arm on the sidewalk,
That's me.
he's not an addict, he's just an atheist.
He's just
He's
proving,
just
yeah.
an extreme atheist.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's just like that's why there shouldn't. I think it shouldn't. There shouldn't be any like speed cameras because that's bullshit. I think a human has to catch me.
Yeah, those speed cameras are I like
Bullshit.
those are not my friend.
Wait, are you an Illinois boy? Like, no, you're not. Is there a law in Illinois where like isn't there a flow of traffic law in general
Like that's what I thought. Like if the
that like
speed
if
is
everyone's going 80 miles an hour, if you're not going 80 miles an hour, you're inhibiting the flow of traffic.
you're hindering the flow of traffic, you're also yeah creating a danger. There's that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know Illinois traffic laws.
I think it should just be
I
flow of the
know that
road
that's
law.
on my card that I do, but I've got to come clean. I don't know Illinois
I
traffic
don't know
laws.
either. Yeah, I got a ticket the other day because like I have PA plates, but they try to like ticket it like I'm Illinois plates. They're like not having
Was it for the
front
stick?
plates.
Was it? Oh, did you know what used to happen to me?
The sticker.
Yeah.
PA doesn't have stickers either.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I had the
yeah.
same
That's what I'm
same
saying. Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I had to. I finally had to go to the Pennsylvania DMV website and pull up the law, screenshot it, and send it in an email rebuttal, and print it and be like, I'm not paying this.
yeah,
And like, here's the law. You know, it's like educate yourselves.
yeah,
And it hasn't happened in years,
yeah,
but like that's what it came to. Um,
yeah. And people try to pull me over for that too. I'm like, dude, state laws vary for like it's.
yeah, the good thing though is that I think Pennsylvania is close enough to Illinois that and I think it's happened enough that like there has to have been like an
Dude, I think he was
APB.
just pissed because I was parked in like on a street like after the parking meter was over or something, and
Yeah.
he wanted to like ticket me, but he couldn't, but he did anyways.
I
Here's the
think
question:
okay.
comedy?
Hmm. Comedy. Well, here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing about comedy. All right. Comedy is truth.
No, no, no,
Oh no,
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 nope.
no,
That's not
no,
written on my
no,
hand, so I'm not gonna
no,
believe it.
no,
No,
no, no, no.
I see.
Hold on,
See,
hold on,
actually,
hold on.
no,
That was a character I'm doing. That's the character I'm
no,
doing.
no. Yeah,
That's called 5-time open micer.
and rebuttal to
That's
rebuttal to a 5-time open micer. I think it's
that's a,
funnier if there's less truth.
yeah. I mean, like you can't like like I think that like a good joke starts like with what you know, and then like yeah, go ahead. Like I mean, like you go ahead and embellish. Like put things in
Here's what
there.
I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying.
Learn how
A
to
lot
write
of
a
people,
fucking show.
a lot of people telling bits. They're like, "Oh man, I was on the train and this guy said this thing to this other guy." Fuck it, you're one of those guys.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Put yourself in the situation you're describing. This outsider, like, oh, these two guys, and they would jerk each other off. No, you're one of the guys jerking each other off.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Yeah. No. I
Don't.
mean,
You're not a reporter. I don't give a fuck about your friend Sally's friend. You're Sally.
yeah. Um. Yeah. One time, right before I did Blackout Diaries, and I was like, I was actually talking to Alex, who I wrote, who you know runs Pint of Laughs with me, and he was also a producer of that show. So I was like, I was running my story by him, and I was like, should I like say this? 'Cause I was like, if I do it this way, it's not really funny. But like, I was like, could I like put this in there? Like, it didn't really happen. He just looks at me. He's just like, do not let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, yeah. I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking embellish this to make it funny
Yeah.
because that's what these people paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't be like, my friends and I got really drunk and I fell asleep. Oh my God, crazy. Like, can you believe that? Can you believe that the guys in the early 20s, they got drunk and went to bed?
No, here
That's
I got drunk.
comedy
I went
gold.
to bed and I woke up in a cornfield and I'm next to my friend John, and John's like, and we hear some woman screaming with her boyfriend, and then and he says fuck you, she says fuck you, and then they fuck off. But then the girl comes into the cornfield and she sees us, and we're looking at her and she's looking at us. You know what she does? She points at our pants. I pull my pants down. He pulls his down. She's skiing us. She's fucking going for it. She's jerking us both at the same time. We're almost there. And then our tips touched and we both jizzed at the same time. We crossed swords.
Yeah, so you do that, but then what you do is you make it funny, and then
Oh, wait. You wanted a funny part of that.
two dudes tip touching. I mean, that's not comedy. That's just a fun time.
Oh, I thought we were just shit. We weren't not sharing.
No, we were supposed to
There was a
be,
funny in there.
there's supposed to be a funny in there.
Turns out she was Harvey Weinstein.
Comedy gold. We did it.
She was Weinstein.
Man's popular.
Obviously, D&D's in half an hour, but it got canceled. So
Oh, it did?
got canceled.
Oh shit.
I got canceled. Oh, my
Uh-oh.
phone's dying. I need power. I need power. All right, there we go. We've almost been going for an hour. For some reason, everyone likes to end stuff in an hour. We can end in 5, or we could just I what go. I got more comedy questions. We do the thing. We do the shacks. Is it? Oh, right. Here we go. Do you consider yourself part of a clique
Do I consider this a part of a clique? No,
or a subgroup of the scene?
no, not really. Never have. Never really have. Felt like I really ever like fit in with one specific group of people. Like obviously there were my like people that in the scene that like I would like if I was like if we were at the same mic like I would talk to them more than other people and all that
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. But no, I don't think I was ever really part of a clique.
Do you think there are specific subsects of the scene that you could like identify as like a characteristic? Like I have one like the like Care Bears and uh like grunge and I haven't written down somewhere. Yeah, you got stuff like that.
No, those are some creative names though. I'm trying to think like Care Bears.
And I'd say nerds, but then like there's not really like a nerd sect.
Nah.
There's not really like nerd cores. There's no like I can't there's no like video game open mic. There's no like I can't go anywhere to show my Pokemon wares.
Wasn't there like some stuff like wasn't there like there was a show that was like that.
There's a D&D show, but
There was
that
a
was
D and
like
D show. There was
but
also
they just rolled a die. I mean, I
then
don't
there was a
wish
show. No, there was a
bemoan them.
show. God damn it, what's it called? Um, um, oh, I forget what it was. It is gonna kill me because it's on the tip of my tongue. But it was at where the Lincoln Lodge used to be, and
Oh.
Sam Berkman did it, and she had like people play like Nintendo games. It was like they could,
Oh, right. They haven't done that in a while. Yeah, it was like a competition kind of.
yeah,
And Arden, right?
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and he was like come early and beat me in Mario Tennis to get a Switch.
yeah.
No one's done it. I never played tennis because I could maybe rock him in some original Smash. I could maybe Falcon Punch him to death.
Not Wii tennis, right? Like,
No, no, no. Mario Tennis from 64.
ah,
Yeah. Intense shit.
mm-hmm.
Fucking hardcore shit. Yeah, we gotta do a video game show.
I
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a gamer in any respect, so.
Fine. Fine.
So yeah, if you need a guy to lose, I'm the guy.
Um, would you this could be a backdoor pilot to a podcast. Is there any podcast pitches you have that you've never done?
Any like a podcast?
Yeah, yeah. Cause we need more podcasts, obviously.
Yeah, we do. I do have one idea that I want to get off the ground. I'm worried it's too much like some other podcasts though, which is what I'm kind of scared of. But the idea for the podcast is it's called Never Again FM. And it's a podcast where we just talk about one song that you absolutely hate and you never want to hear it again.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
why you hate it so much and we just trash it. Um and basically just talk about it and like why we think it's a terrible song and all
yeah.
that.
I don't think I've heard that before. Yeah, I don't think that's good.
There's a lot of, but like, there's a lot of there's like a lot of podcasts out there that talk about like shitty music. Like, there's one that was called "Your Favorite Band Sucks," which I love to death, and I'm worried that it's too similar of an idea to that.
It could be something called like earworm or something. Because like I don't
I
think people
think
have
there's
done that.
actually a podcast called Earworm.
God damn it.
Yeah, but I like Never Again FM like was the title that I had just from like that. There was also a aviation podcast that I wanted to do with some of my friends where we would be like but we would be like we would absolutely be like we'd have an E for explicit. Like I feel like there's a lot of like every aviation podcast I listen to, there's a sheen of kind of like professionalism that's always over
Right, right,
it.
right. Because they're like, I don't want to get fired.
Yeah, there's that, but like you never say who you work for.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
don't, but like but like you're also human, and it's like just saying like one curse word
yeah.
would be like punk rock in that scenario and all that stuff. And I feel like there just needs to be like like a comedian perspective first, then like with the aviation angle. Just like I have my friends, like my group of friends that I have from college. Like we can sit around, we can drink some beers and like totally have a fun conversation about flying that doesn't like that is also not this like very sterile type of thing. And I just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
want to get
yeah.
away from that. And like I wanted to do like a morning zoo, like start off with like morning zoo style like flight announcements and all that stuff, and be like, "We're not your chief pilots podcast."
Quest learning from my huge ear.
You're on flight 4869 with Deezer in the move. Like my elephant, elephant trunk, and then just like glass shattering and all that stuff. Those are my two ideas. I think the music one is a more solid and achievable concept.
You could be shorter with it. It could be like 30, 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't need that short stuff. I'm trying to think of a song I hate a lot. It's mostly just songs I hear in Fortnite now.
I can read off like my dad and I've been pitching this. I've actually been like talking to my dad about this. I can, but here are some of the songs that um
The only way I know is that like I'm listening to like top pop station now. Is like, oh, I heard that song on Fortnite yesterday.
yeah, here we've got what did he say? Let's see what will be on there. A lot of Clapton. Um,
Oh,
yeah, but like that's the thing is that like is like it like if you bring up a song that I think a lot of people like, I think that'd be fun too because it's like not to be contrarian about it, but like I think that there's a lot of songs that people like one that I know that would be a very controversial take would be Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. Like I never need to hear that song again.
oh yeah, no, no, no.
I never need to hear that song again. We were in Hawaii at a bar on the beach and the band started playing that song. And
No,
I'm like, you got to be absolutely fucking kidding me.
it's too long.
It's long, it's like it's so it just drips. It just reeks of this like of what we were talking about earlier. This is like this cringy like atheist is like, I am so smart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like there's a reason why people thought it was really cringy when after Trump won the election that like SNL opened with Kate McKinnon as Hillary Clinton playing that song. Like it was just
Yeah.
like a 1 2 3 punch of just
I
like,
I literally turned off SNL for the rest of the season.
oh man. And what's funny is that like that was not the same episode that Chappelle hosted where he was just like where they're
Yeah,
like we can't, and they
yeah,
had the
I think it
sketch where
was
it's just
like
like
yeah,
we can't understand how Hillary's losing, and he's basically just was like I can
yeah, it's pretty easy.
because your charismatic young black president is now a old corrupt white woman.
Yeah, yeah, like he was like I waited in line. It wasn't surprising. Like I voted like a real person.
Yeah. um what else is on there?
Give me anything Eminem. I just they all sound the same.
Really?
They all sound the same.
See, I like Eminem, but like we would totally talk about whatever Eminem song you don't like we would totally talk about it. Like there's no song that's off limits. Um
Let's see here.
let's see. He does. Oh yeah, Tiny Dancer by Elton John would be on there. Uh
Elton John's pretty easy because like he didn't write them, so like he can kind of sing them weird. It's like he doesn't. It's like why I don't. Why are you singing about tight dancers?
yeah. I think the inaugural episode might be Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison.
Oh no, you make so many enemies.
Oh,
So
I
many
know,
boomer
but like,
enemies.
oh yeah, I know, and like not even boomer memes. Like there are people like our age that are just like, oh Van, just the best. It's just like Sam, the song
No,
sucks.
Van Morrison is the same thing as Eminem. They all sound the same.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's a fucking, it's not good music. It's
Yeah, Van Morrison's one long song. I hate bands that are just like sounds like one long song. Van Morrison's one long song. Um, Modest Mouse, I'll murder you. I'll murder Modest Mouse. 9 albums of like the same sound.
yeah. We can talk about
They
Modest
have
Mouse.
too many albums.
We can uh you must hate Springsteen then.
I don't really touch them. Yeah, I don't really. Uh, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. 9/11 ruined Springsteen. You're right.
I really that story that he has about someone like stopping on the street and screaming, "We need you now." I don't like, and that's where he was just like, "I'm gonna write The Rising." Like I I don't think that that's how that happened.
Ah, the worst. Springsteen the worst.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like, literally, it's just like, hey, come on the podcast. What's a song you never want to hear again? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and everything, or like, failing that, I could just be like, who wants to talk? Who doesn't like the song? Wants to talk about it? That's my idea.
Um, how many people you know in Chicago have been on Kill Tony?
I mean, what do I know? I probably know more people that have been on that show, but I just don't know that they've been on that show.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
know. I saw Corsetti was on the show the last time they were in Chicago. I think
didn't
Sam.
Kristen Lundberg
Sam
go on that show? She moved
maybe,
out there. She's
maybe.
out in LA now.
Yeah, yeah,
I know, like I saw something like years ago that they did kill Tony, and then didn't he get canceled?
yeah. But he's still doing them.
Yeah.
They just kicked him out of the one place, and he just did it at now he did it like he's doing it at like a bigger venue, making more money basically.
Every time I see his face, I always think I was just like, wow, Andy Samberg looks skinnier.
He just it's so gross. He's dressed like a gay cowboy. It's the weirdest. I don't understand. Like boots, maybe because like you don't want to get bit by some rattlers, but like all the rest doesn't make sense. The hat doesn't make sense.
He wears a cowboy hat.
I'm just saying, yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, in general, the
Um,
cowboy hat doesn't exactly make sense.
you gotta.
Like if you're not cowboying, it don't make sense.
He probably likes that. You know what?
It's
Kill
just
Tony.
yeah,
He probably likes Kill Bill. Michael Madsen. Buck. He's wearing the fucking. Or no, he's not Buck. He's Fuck. What's his
yeah.
character?
Wasn't it Buck?
No, there was a guy named Buck. And he likes
No,
to fuck.
Buck. He was the yeah. He's the truck fucker. He's the
Yeah,
pussy
yeah,
wagon guy.
yeah, yeah. Buck is in Kill Bill.
Yeah,
Hank
yeah.
likes to fuck, and Buck learned.
Buck
Not
alert.
yeah. Buck learned. Buck learned a lesson.
Okay, so do you think Tarantino has a foot fetish?
Probably,
I just think it's just she has long feet.
but I mean, there's a lot of I just rewatched Reservoir Dogs, and I'm like,
Oh,
that's
I was
such.
about to say he didn't do it in Once Upon a Time, but no, he did. He did low walking pan shots with the hippies at the Manson Ranch.
It does that, yeah. Even in Death Proof, there's basically the whole opening of Death Proof is like feet up on a dashboard,
Yeah,
which is like one of my biggest pet peeves.
feet on a dashboard.
Feet on a
Well,
dashboard.
especially dirty feet or
Yeah.
any feet. Yeah,
It's one
maybe
of my.
sock feet, but even then,
Yeah.
you're getting sweat on there.
Uh, oof. I need more of this now. Um,
Product pitch. Shellhammer car feet rest.
it's just a wall. It's a partition, so I don't have to see it. That's all it is.
I thought it was like two like stirrups. You just like drill them into your yeah.
Nope, it's just a wall that goes up, and I don't have to see it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, yeah, just death proof box them, but with like the mirrored glass.
That movie has a great payoff. It is slow. Someone was just like, "This is Tarantino's worst movie," and it probably is, but it does have such
They
a,
did it on purpose. It's
but
like
it has
you
such a
can't really
slow
can't say it's the
pay.
worst.
It's such a slow build to such a satisfying
Yeah,
payoff. You know.
you almost can't say it's his worst because they were intentionally like making a like bad movie, quote unquote. Like
Yeah,
he was making it a slow burn on purpose because that's kind of like what we haven't had in movies in a long time, and they used to do them all the time back then.
yeah, yeah. That's true. The payoff there, like, I don't know, Jackie Brown kind of just
I
like,
haven't
it's not
watched
bad.
Jackie Brown in a lot.
It's not terrible, but it also is just kind of like, I don't know. It's
Do you
just a
think
little
it's because
slow.
he wasn't like ready for it? Like it's kind of like him trying to do something he's not ready to do.
I don't know. Maybe that
And
was that his second movie, or was that after Pulp Fiction? Jack Brown was right after Pulp Fiction, right?
yeah, I think he's like full of himself. I think it's right after Pulp Fiction.
But he had already worked. I don't know because he had already like,
It's Res Pulp Jack, and then yeah,
yeah. So it's after he worked. He did True Romance, right?
yeah.
And then he wrote Natural Born Killers. That was before all that.
I think Natural Born. was like really early. It was just kicking around.
It
You know what I
was
mean?
well, he wrote it.
Yeah,
Oliver
yeah,
Stone directed it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it was kicking around in the like who wants to direct it. Like he did. Like he was too. Yeah, he was too young for it.
Yeah, well, if he could do that, then I think he probably did Jack Brown the way he wants to do it. But yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Nothing really happens in the movie.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
I
like it
can't remember
feels
what
like
happens in
it's
the
been a
movie.
while since I've seen it, but it felt like I was waiting for something to happen. But it's just basically low level drug running.
Yeah, it kind of just felt like she went to the department store. Like it's the only thing I remember happening.
Um, I just yeah. Now I'm Natural Born Killers. You got me thinking. The time of Woody Harrelson. That was the movie. I told him I really liked him in. That was the one I chose.
You could have pandered and said you liked that live event movie he did. Oh, fuck, what was that called? Like was it One Night in London or something?
He did that. I didn't know about this.
Oh, he did a thing where he was like a live event screening thing. You can download it somewhere now, obviously, but you could have watched it live as it was as they were doing it. So it's like he has a camera crew follow him through London as he's like reenacting like one of the craziest like drunken nights he's ever had. And then so it's like he has like all these actors along this route. So it's like they had to hit all these things or it just doesn't happen.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was kind of goofy. Like it was a one shot thing.
Yeah.
They did like one run through and
Yeah.
like and then that's it.
I don't think it's fair to like go and like say that that's. I mean, obviously, that sounds like it sounds like it got pulled. It sounds like that's just something that they did not pull off.
No,
Was
they
it awkward?
basically they kind of pulled it off.
Really? Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of timings were weird, but like they flowed with it. It's like I don't know. Yeah, it's the best you could ask for,
Mm.
honestly. Not having someone get hit by a car while you're doing all these transitions and stuff.
Mm.
Because they're like going in and out of cars and shit. It's fucking crazy.
Was it one long shot? Was it one continuous shot that they Birdman it?
I think so.
Nice.
I think it's mostly that, and like maybe they did one or two pass offs, just so the cameraman doesn't die, like or just
Yeah.
pass out, because that's like a lot of running for like an hour.
Hmm.
Pretty good. Did that? Would you? I never know how to end things.
Yeah. I guess we just gotta keep going.
What
Uh,
do we
Still
got?
haven't figured out. I mean, did this all start? Just did this all start from trying to figure out how can you take over the Chicago comedy scene?
Yep.
Okay. I think the fire emoji is the key. I think that that's the thing. I think everything you do is just gotta have the fire emoji after it.
Oh, you want to ask Alex Jones any questions? I know how to summon them.
You can summon Alex Jones.
Yeah,
You can,
like Moon
uh,
Knight. It's like yeah, it's kind of
yeah,
like
you
that.
can summon. You can, yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
don't have it in my body. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Uh, uh, does Richard Linklater is he planning on doing anything more with rotoscoping? I know you worked with him.
Rotoscoping?
Yeah,
What's that?
Alex Jones was in. That's where they film.
Oh, rotoscope. I was like
Rotos
rotoscoping.
rotoscoping. Did I pronounce it weird?
You added an ER to it. Yeah, rotoscope.
Rotoscoping. Yeah.
Well, it's not, Waking Up was a very lovely movie. It's about the consciousness of humankind moving beyond into the dream realm. And that's mostly where I get a lot of my ideas. I travel through to the realm of dreams and cocaine to find out the news that the man doesn't want you to learn. Like, Frog making us gay and
Yeah, I
stuff.
get it. What's your favorite Bill Paxton movie? Hard mode. You can't say. Yeah.
Dead end.
That fuck. I was gonna say hard mode. You can't say it. The circle. You can't say his
Oh,
last movie.
yeah,
You can't say that. That's your
yeah,
favorite.
doing the one where he's a comic. He's got a growth on his body.
Okay. All right. All right. What's your?
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. Trick question for you now. Now we're
Yeah.
gonna mix things up. Favorite Bill Pullman movie. Hard mode. Can't say Casper.
Pullman.
Pullman. Yeah. Like the car, like the railroad car. Pullman. Like the factory town.
He he wasn't in uh no Repo Man. He wasn't in Repo Man.
No, that was Emilio Estevez.
I thought he just showed up. Oh God, Jesus is hell on earth.
Tornado warning in this area.
Take shelter. If you're outdoors or in a mobile home, in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Check the media.
Hold on. Let's actually check the media here. I kind of want to see what this looks like. I'm like, speaking of Bill Paxton, I am a huge fucking weather nerd.
What's your favorite kind of weather?
The tornadoes, actually. I fucking love tornadoes. I love watching. Oh, we just got a tornado watch according to my radar. We're in a tornado watch, not a warning. That's okay. Okay. Well, okay. You didn't wait. We're still.
Damn it! Oh, I thought I
Come on.
by it.
You thought the tornado. You thought the tornado would come and the other way past this Bill Pullman question, didn't you? But you can't escape it. What's your favorite Bill Pullman movie?
What's the? Is he in Weatherman?
Weatherman?
Yeah,
Wait, is that the Nicolas Cage movie?
yeah. Is he his dad in that one?
Wait, no, that's his dad and no, the Weatherman. That's isn't his dad Michael Caine?
Shit.
Is his dad Michael Caine for some reason? What is a grown man going? What is a grown man not have $20 in his pocket? Go look a cup of coffee, please. Come on. No. Oh, did the mean little kid throw his latte at you?
Ah, damn it, he's done.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're having an existential crisis, and you got to understand that. Go. You see, young master.
I don't like him in Independence Day, but he's in it.
What's your problem with Independence Day, Alex? Is it all the government?
My main problem with Independence Day is Will Smith saved the day.
Yo. Oh my goodness. Shit. Yo, is this place fucking haunted? Was that the ghost of the tornado?
Listen, Ghost of Tornado doesn't. What's your favorite Emilio Estevez movie?
Ooh. Favorite Emilio Estevez movie is it's the one movie it's Coming Home where he's got PTSD and he tries to kill his dad. He holds the gun to his dad. He's like, you don't tell me all this, did you? And Martin Sheen's like, whoa.
Did you see that Nicholas? No, not no.
Nick Nolte.
Jack
Nicholson.
Nicholas. He's got the Nicholson. He's in that movie where he plays a piano on the highway.
Wait, what? No. What fucking movie is this?
Hey. Five easy pieces.
That's what that movie's about? Dude, that's a movie I've heard referenced in so much media and I've never fucking seen it.
It's referencing five easy pieces.
Which is, well, Family Guy for one.
Oh, you don't hear. Oh, I'll have to expel Alex Jones. I fucking hate Family Guy.
So here's the thing about Family Guy for me is that it's one of those shows like I think the first 3 seasons were hilarious, and then there's like something happened when they came back after cancellation, and I think it's because like this is one of those examples where the network kind of getting involved was better for the show, because there's this joke that they have where it's a cutaway to Ted Turner, and the joke is he's just like I've given a gift I think the whole world can appreciate. I've colorized the moon, and that's the joke.
Yeah.
And it's not the funniest joke, but like it's a goofy joke and funny and all that stuff. And on the commentary, they're like, well, that wasn't the original joke that we had. The original joke we had was he was just gonna cut to him and be like, does my chin look like an ass? And then they just start laughing in the booth about how hilarious it was. And they were like, oh, like someone said we should probably change this joke or whatever. And
Yeah, make it up a
I'm like,
joke.
no, no, that was actually no. You guys ditched a bad joke for a better joke at least. Like maybe not
Yeah.
the best joke. And then I think what happened was the show comes back and it was like, you know what, you're right, we were wrong. Do whatever you want to do, and that's how it devolved into what it is now. Because it's such a like early seasons 1 through 3 versus anything post season 4 Family Guy are it's two different shows.
Well, they're trying to like in the first couple of seasons, they like at least are tying it with story.
Right. And then everything else just becomes these cutaways and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
the longer the show goes on, and it's like The Simpsons. Like, does anyone care?
there's a theory that Family Guy's going to be in Fortnite, and I'm against it.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Doesn't isn't Fortnite like a thing? They're
Oh, it's a thing.
like isn't that thing though? Like they can just tie in any sort of media
Oh,
that
it's
they
a
want.
thing. I just got a
Don't
Blanca
ban
skin. I just got
don't
a Blanca skin
like
yesterday.
don't bands do concerts in Fortnite now or stuff like that?
Yeah,
Like isn't that a thing?
yeah, yeah. Ariana Grande did a huge one. And what's his name? That other fella did one.
That other failure,
Someone got shot at his concert.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, there we go. He
I
was the
thought
first one.
he got shot. I thought he got
No,
trampled.
someone else got shot. I think someone else got shot or trampled.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Oh, Travis Scott. I hate every Travis Scott song because everyone uses emo too much. I hate it. Fucking hate it. I know what you like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shit out of it. Oh, I gotta hate it so much. Yeah, actually, the Ariana Grande concert was fucking awesome
You went to it?
in Fortnite.
Was it free? Or
Yeah,
did you? No
you
shit.
just have to show up in Fortnite, yeah, on time, yeah.
Is it like a VR thing or you just like sit there?
Or you just play in the video game. So it's
Ah,
like it was during the Alien season. So the aliens called her to have a concert, and they gave her superpowers. And she was like 30. She was like a like as tall as a skyscraper at once. And then she like opened a door into a pocket dimension, and there was a bunch of like MC Escher stairs going up all over the place. It was awesome.
that sounds really
It
cool.
was pretty cool. We got to almost look up her skirt. It was pretty cool. It was like you could fly up. You could be like right on the edge of looking up her skirt. You know Blanca and Chun Li, right? Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I have those skins in Fortnite. I can have guns.
Wow. What a time to be alive.
You know what's even more fucked up, and I'm very much against it.
What's that?
Superman is in there, so he's holding a gun.
Superman's holding a gun.
Yeah, I think they should have made it so it just shoots lasers out of his eyes, no matter what gun he's holding.
Mm. Yeah. Superman can shoot. Has Superman ever used
No,
a
no, no.
weapon?
That's the egregious one. Batman's holding a gun.
Well, Batman's always been nothing but tools.
He's against the guns though. He's Mister Take guns apart. He's Mister like I know how to touch a gun, pull one pin out, and the gun falls apart. He's Mister No guns.
Did Batman Beyond use guns?
No, he had little.
He had little.
Yeah, yeah. They're like tiny batarang shurikens almost.
Yeah,
That were like, yeah, charged and stuff. Yeah.
that's right. You know,
Terry
it's
McGinnis fucking rules.
I just remember this too. Is that like I have like never considered myself like a comic book guy. Like I was never heavy into like
Yeah.
Marvel, DC, or anything like that. But then I just remember today. I was like, yeah, you never really wore that. But like I did watch Batman Beyond. Like I never cared
Yeah.
about the original thing. But for some reason, I always watched Batman Beyond when I was in middle school.
That
Like
was tight because the intro was all like. The intro's awesome. You're like, yeah, this is the future. And so like all those effects. You remember that one shot where it's like the grainy video
hmm
and it's old Bruce Wayne's head?
yeah,
That was real video and they put a light around the sculpture of his head.
no shit.
So like that intro is like mixed media. It's crazy as fuck.
I'll have
That's
to
why
go
it looks
back.
so baller.
I'll have to go back and revisit
Like
it.
half of it's like them doing the disco, and then it's like yeah, like that like grainy video, and it's like yeah, it's like an actual like clay bust of fucking old Bruce's head that they just put a spotlight around and shit like that. It's fucking dope. Yeah, I watched some featurette on it. Batman Beyond because they're doing like a Batman anniversary thing. Fucking pricks.
I'm gonna have to fucking go back and revisit that.
Yeah. So what am I gonna have to do to get you to get into Fortnite?
I mean, just set me up with a just I'll have me over one time and I'll play it. I guess that's all.
I guess yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can set up a second one, do some stuff. But you can play on my thing. I'll play on the Switch, or you can play on the Switch. Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
down to do that.
Since we're in my office, I can show you. Ow, show you I got toys. Ugh. Yeah, man. From China.
Oh, nice.
From China.
Merch.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So was these iron on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Some iron-ons.
Fuck yeah. You gonna be selling these the bad boys, or is this like a guerrilla marketing campaign that you're trying here?
I was thinking I'd save them for when I tour Germany, but
You gonna tour Germany?
yeah, I gotta look like I'm a cool international comic.
Nice. Like
Because
setting
they're
that up.
starting to open up again. They're starting to like
Mm.
basically it's like that. It's up to the business whether they do the swab, ask for a fresh swab test. That was a big thing. Is like you have to have a fresh swab test. It's like only like less than 3 hours old to get into places.
Like to get into actual establishments there.
Yeah.
That's fucking
So like basically like $60 for he was saying it was like I think it was like $30 for a test. So like if you used to take him and his girlfriend to a movie, it'd be like $60 for tests, and then like something else, and then like parking, and it's like $90 before you even get in the door.
Jesus. Jesus. And people here just wearing a mask is like too much to ask for here. That's crazy.
We don't need masks anymore. That new strain will kill us without them. With or without, it'll kill us.
I thought the new streets were getting weaker. I thought that was what was happening. I thought it was
Well,
devolving.
they're higher, they're more admissible. Like, not admissible. You know what I'm saying?
Transmittable.
Transmittable, more transmittable. So like masks don't even stop them anymore.
Yeah.
But they're if you have the vaccine or whatever, they just get the effects of it are getting weaker, but they're spreading more.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that would make sense. That's what it's supposed to do, right? Or like
yeah, yeah.
if it's trying to stay alive,
Yeah, if it wants to be in us, yeah,
yeah.
and it has to do it so we like
If it
it.
wants to set up, you know, wants
Yeah,
to come and
if you
move
want to
in.
be in here, you gotta
You're
build a
gonna
couple
live
of
here. You're gonna live
Chipotles.
here under my roof. All right. You're getting a job.
You gotta build a Whataburger at least.
Whataburger's the fucking best. Oh my god. Whataburger's so good that even their fucking chicken is the best chicken in the fast food game. Like that's how good they are.
Weird.
Oh my god, their fucking chicken, dude. Get yourself like some of their chicken tenders or their nuggets or whatever. Dip it in some of that jalapeno ranch or that fucking creamy gravy that
Was
they give you.
he supposed to give us a Whataburger?
I don't think Kanye has that type of power.
I thought Kanye was like, I want to open a Whataburger in Chicago.
Well, I mean, he fucking is. I mean, if he does that, I mean, I swear to God, there's like he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
You look professional. You're a Pennsylvania boy. Let's be the first In and Out franchise on the East Coast, and we open it in Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
That's very funny. Yeah, I
The
would.
T-shirts alone, fuck selling a burger. We sell out on T-shirts first.
There's actually there's a whole thing where it's just like they only like they can't like In and Out like you won't be able to franchise it because it's like or it's something like that where like the East Coast is too far away from their preferred distributors and like they're one of their things that like they can
Oh, the freshness.
yeah.
The
So it's
freshness.
like
Yeah.
if you can't get it there by like a truck drive within like a day, like they won't do it.
Shit,
So that's why like Texas is like as far east as
we
we
have to
go.
set up a new distributor between us and Texas.
That'd be a lot.
That's some Breaking Bad money.
Yeah. And then like um you're like as like a franchisee I was like a franchisee like you're probably it's not as good money as you think it would be.
I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the T-shirts.
All right. Well, yeah, you want me fucking punk as fuck about it. Let's do it.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, there we go. I can't. We can't do anything. We can't leave without me convincing you to watch more anime. What's your favorite anime? Do you have any?
What's my favorite anime?
Yeah,
Gotta be basic and fucking gotta be
don't say
basic.
it. What do you?
Don't say it.
What is it gonna?
Should we say what? Okay,
No, just say it anyways. What
I
is it?
think you've got an idea.
Yeah.
Should we do the basic thing? Go say it on three.
Okay, sure.
Okay, ready?
One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
Dragon Ball
Cowboy
Z.
Bebop.
Thank God. I'm not any happier, but I'm less unhappy that it's Cowboy Bebop.
King of the Hill counts as anime, right?
Randy, turn off the feed. oh, oh. Actually, hand me the knife. I'm gonna kill myself right now. Thank you. Knife? You quit. Okay, Randy.
No, I've watched Cowboy Bebop. I've watched some Ghost in the Shell.
Which Ghost in the Shell? Like the original,
Yeah,
the
the
show,
one that was whatever was on Toonami
the two
back in
gig.
like
Yeah, yeah.
2004,
The weird shit.
2005.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um uh Actually, when I was a kid, I mean, do Pokemon and Sailor Moon fall in that category?
They're anime. They're from
They're
Japan.
anime. They're from Japan, right? Yeah.
Japan anime. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like yeah, yeah, I did not pick up on the fact that Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune were in a relationship. That flew right over my head. Right over my head.
Sex.
Learned that when I was in my late 20s. Uh
If you're a lesbian and you want to get laid quicker, say you're into Sailor Moon.
I don't know about that.
Uranus? I put a little Uranus on there?
Oh man. I Yeah, I mean that was
Dude, Sailor Moon's tight, tight,
that
tight, tight. They came back. They're basically remake, their reanimation of the original series, Crystal, Sailor Moon Crystal, using today's animation techniques. I think they look weird.
so
They
it's the same
they
series.
stretched them out.
They just basically remastered the
It's
animation.
closer to the it's closer to the manga storyline,
Oh,
so it's a little more boring. Like the manga one, it's just like if when you follow the manga that close, it's kind of I think it's a lost opportunity because especially if it's like that writer's their first work, they're growing as a creator as they're making the
yeah.
manga because it's like released weekly or monthly, whatever the fuck. And if you're not using the opportunity to like rewrite and make the story better
Hmm.
into show, like what are you doing?
Yeah. Um
Japan's weird about that. They're like there's like a weird thing where it's like you didn't follow the manga exactly. I'm like, well, what are we even doing? Just the manga did it.
yeah. I think oh, what else? Yeah, Geo, it's weird because it's like the way that you feel about Dragon Ball Z is the way that I feel about a lot of like it's like the same thing. Like I that I remember everyone being into that, and I'm like feel like the only one that was like I cannot be the only one who doesn't get this or think that this is interesting at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
That was the most boring fucking show I've ever seen in my life.
It's too slow. It's too fucking slow, man.
Literally, I feel like every episode is just we're just watching Goku run around and work out. Neat, and then he's gonna punch some guy and he's gonna go flying away. Awesome! I'm on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Goku is the deadbeat dad. He why are they using the Dragon Balls to revive him every time? He doesn't deserve it. He wasn't there for his kids even when he was alive. And you're gonna bring him back to abandon his kids again?
This is how dumb the show is. I didn't even know he was a dad. I
That's what I'm saying. He has two kids. He's got two kids.
Ah,
So I can recommend animes.
all right, I'm curious.
Um, what kind of genres you like of
Uh,
like regular stuff?
kind of genres do I like? I mean, you know, obviously, like I'm in the comedy and you know, mostly the science fiction. Some
Punchline,
dramas.
punchline for comedy.
Yeah.
Punchline for comedy. That's a good one.
All right.
Punchline. They literally say it like punchline in the movie, but it's punchline.
Um, yeah, I'm like I think the one like I don't know, I like everything. I think the one thing I'm not into is like procedurals. Like I don't like
Yeah,
shows
yeah,
like I
yeah.
can't stand like procedural shows like Law and Order or anything like that.
There's a cool anime where it's like a weird spore, like alien spore lands on the guy's hands, um, and he wakes up and he like feels like something's like fucking like got into his hands like oh fuck, and he like ties it off and he wakes up and his hand is like an alien, like an alien ate his hand and became his hand. It's called Parasite. It's fucking dope. It's all about like what is it to be human, what's the line,
Yeah.
because basically the way that thing wants to work is it wants to like land on your head, it wants to like go into your body
Hmm.
and then eat your head and take that over, but since he fucking cut it off and stopped it from going into his brain, it only just ate off his hand. Now his hand's like a weird Mr. Fantastic kind of like stretchy thing, and it's got a little mouth and it talks. So he woke up and his hand was looking at the internet learning English. It's fucking awesome.
Sounds good.
It's fucking dope show. It's creepy too, because it's like his hand.
Yeah.
Like imagine if your little hand was like, hello mouth is like, okay. I just learned your language last night while you were sleeping. Like, ooh. That one's pretty cool. If you like time travel, Steins Gate's cool. Um, he makes a microwave that allows you to send a text to the future, and then all this weird time travel shit happens,
Oh, no shit.
and he ends up having to like be like, "Well, fuck me." He gets stuck in like a weird loop. He
Hmm.
can like send his consciousness um to the past, like 2 weeks. Any longer, it like corrupts your brain. You get stuck in a crazy loop like that. It's fucking weird existential dread shit. It's fucking awesome.
Nice.
Like my favorite episode of South Park is the one where it's Stan's birthday and then everything turns to shit. He thinks everything's shit. He sees the president on TV and it's a duck with shit coming out of his mouth.
I know. I think I fucking know. That's a later season episode,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
It was like Stan turns 10 or something.
Yeah.
Everything shits. No, he turns 12, I guess. I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. My one teacher was like, that episode was so depressing. Like, oh yeah, it was awesome. It's the most depressing. It was the best. There's an episode of Mora Oral where a Christmas episode and it ends with his parents being divorced and he's sitting outside of a bar alone. He's like he's just a kid. His dad's
Is
like, go fuck off.
is that the one where they is that the episode where it like starts with them driving in the car singing
Yeah, yeah.
and they're like about them getting him a gift certificate to Pizza Joe's?
I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he gets a gift card for Pizza Joe's for his brother because he thinks his brother is Jesus, I think.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. God, what
Yeah.
a fucking
Created by Dino Stampanopoulos. Went to the same college as me.
really
Yeah,
nice.
me and Kanye.
No shit.
Kanye dropped out of my college. He made an album about him. You might have heard about it. College dropout.
No. Wow. Okay. That's crazy.
He literally, yeah, he went to went to my school for like 2 weeks and dropped out. Andy Dick also went to Columbia College. Yeah, Andy Dick and the other Andy,
Andy Daly,
the Conan Andy. I'm all Andy'd out.
Andy Cohen. Oh, Andy. Oh. There's Andy
Andy
Cohen.
Cohen.
Fuck. The Conan Andy Richter.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, fun story about that. Andy Richter. So my girlfriend's parent, so my girlfriend's dad, um, her dad, grew up in Chicago off of, grew up in Chicago and, uh, they owned a bar called Reinhardt's that became, Lachette's. It's on Irving Park. It's by kind of by Irving and Damon. It's called Lachette's now. They sold it, but they're her grandfather and grandma owned the bar. They lived in the house above it, and and the bar was one of Andy Richter's hangouts. And there's a scene. There's like a part of like Classic Cone where like they're taking a tour of like Andy Richter's little neighborhood. And it's at that like intersection of like Irving Park and Damon, and they go to the bar, and it's like, and we were just like, I was like, whoa, shit, like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's my Andy Richter connection. So I
Um,
have drank at a bar that he has. Essentially, that's the story.
I smoked a doobie with Eddie Pepitone and Greg Proops separately, and it was my weed. I grew it. I grew
You
it.
gave your own weed to Greg Proops,
Yeah, we shared a doobie of weed. I grew blocks away from where we smoked it.
and how did you meet? How did you meet Greg? How did this happen?
We the I hung out with this guy named MK Punky. He was like this gambling guy. He like made all his money from playing poker.
Yeah,
So he lived like a couple blocks from the Meltdown Comics. So we just went to like a Greg Proops podcast show, and he's just like, old men are. They just like, I'm a man. Let's go just talk to Proops and smoke with him. He'll like it. That's what we did.
okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just like, I'm like, you know what's crazy? I was like, in my mind, I was like, how did you meet Greg Proops? But
Yeah,
like, of course
yeah.
you would meet Greg
They're
Proops.
human people. You just
Yeah,
like weed.
yeah, yeah. It's not like Greg Proops is walking around with security detail.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, he's like, hey, you want some weed? Oh yeah, sure.
Smoke with Eddie Pepitone. Good weed, kid. It's just like whatever. It's pretty funny. Yeah, first weed plant I grew. It's fucking awesome.
And he gave it
Fucking
to Greg.
huge. Fucking huge. Thing got crazy big because yeah, he had a bunch of plants back there. Soil was loving it.
Nice.
You looking up child porn?
No, fucking activate session.
Activate session. Active
Yeah,
session.
I parking.
Oh, I told you the free parking thing. I
I
don't even
couldn't
take
find it. I
that.
was running late.
I'll pay for your
I'm
parking.
paying for my parking.
Pay for your parking.
Nah, it's fine. It's cheap
Uh,
here.
is it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It was for 2 hours parking. It was
Oh.
worth. I was running late. I
Yeah,
was
but it's fine.
I
It's
was running
fine.
late. I went to the wrong spot.
It's fine. Did you go to 2329?
I did. I superimposed it. So like I was
Yeah, yeah.
outside. I was parked outside of Revolution Brewing.
Oh,
I
nice.
was walking around and I was like it skipped a thing and I was like, wait, where's the 32? Like, where's the two? Like why is it skipping? And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Then I
yeah,
looked at what you sent me and I'm just like, Jesus,
yeah, yeah,
like I'm way off.
yeah, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah,
I should have said it's between the lion statues. It usually helps.
it wouldn't have helped me. I just would have been more confused. I would have been more confused. I was just like
Wish-
walking up and down. I was just walking up and down Milwaukee, waiting to see where you
Luigi.
could. Yeah, yeah. I was just like, is he above there? And I was like, wow, this cafe mustache.
I am Revolution Brewing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Got any jokes you're working on?
I got some stuff, but you're gonna have to find me at some mic stuff here, the good stuff here, baby.
Blow me.
All right. I don't get booked on much. I fucking take anything that comes.
Good. Yeah, I did the Stempful bit. I go, what do I got here? What do I got here?
Wait, was that
You want to
Shuffle
do
bit?
one of my bits? You can just look in here. You can do one of mine.
Is this really?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh my god.
That's a drawing of a penis. Yes.
I did not even see that.
No.
Look,
So
fine.
much.
Alcohol can kill people and lead you to accidentally killing people with your drunk driving, blah. Uh, handwriting. But but the really worst thing about drinking alcohol, the absolute worst thing, worse than everything bad about it, the worst is all the peeing. What do we gotta do to fix this?
So much peeing. I don't give a fuck about people dying. Too much peeing. So I don't really drink. It's a lot of pissing. You saw it. He laughed. Press F in the chat.
Here you got a good one. Here you go. White people food is so bland.
Yeah, it is. How bland is it?
The food is so bland they started wars for spice.
They literally, dude, the Spice Wars, dude, they went on so long, dude. Amazing, amazing.
Are these color coded for a reason? Or you just like
You
to
know, it's a different bit.
ah
Your eyes don't bleed together. You're just like, no. Yes, I should have a Foursquare tournament. What do you got? What do you got? A lot of people don't know that there's no copyright law in dreams. Did you know that? So if you're being chased by a monster or you're being stepped on by whatever person is your father figure in your dreams or whatever, you can become a Power Ranger. You can go do 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 do. You can become the Green Ranger. You can have the Green Ranger's Megazord come, and then you can be like, guys, I need the rest of the Megazord, the Super Megazord. You're like, boo doo 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 doo, and then you're the giant Megazord. And you just stomp on them. People don't do that enough. Gonna turn into the Power Rangers.
I think people well, this thing is I think people want to. Like if I could do it, like again, can you lucid dream?
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish. But you gotta be like, am I? You look at the clock, you're like, I'm definitely dreaming. That clock is not wanting to behave. Clocks, dude. Your brain hates clocks when you're in dreams.
Apparently that and reading, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Reading anything, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Is this written by Grandma's dead hand? You ever watched that movie Milo and Otis?
No.
Never seen Milo and Otis?
That's the cat and the dog,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
No.
You never saw it?
Never seen it.
Oh, I should have
My
it.
pet movie, I was a homeward bound kid.
Ah,
Yeah.
I thought someone died in that one. They don't.
Like,
Shadow almost died. He came back.
he almost dies. Yeah, they always go Shadow. Shadow says, luggage? Why do they have luggage? Well, Shadow, you live in the house. You've heard him talk about moving for about how many goddamn months?
Did Shadow die in the second one? Did anyone die?
I don't think anyone died in the second one. I don't remember the second one.
But anyways, Milo and Otis. It was made in Japan. Did you know that?
No.
It was made in Japan. When they exported over they over to us, and for the English version, they literally just got some like folksy sounding guy just sing like a dumb folk song. Wanna take a walk outside today? Gonna see what we can find today. And he's like so folksy. He's like narrating the whole movie, breaking out into fucking dumb folk songs every like whatever the fuck. We just ate some stuff, whatever. So it's like that's how they're like booking like marketing to us. Um, Japanese. And it turns out, I thought these. I was remembering the movie. I was like, dude, those dogs were those animals. They were like really good actors, like crazy good actors. I remember a scene where there's a scene where like the pug dog, he's like crawling through the snow on his little handsies, and he's crying. He's like, "Where's my cat friend?" He's crying. I figured it out. I did some research.
Hmm.
I found out that dog is actually like he's a good actor. He's like a method actor.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop
You
to
know what I
be
mean? He's
like,
a method actor.
I was waiting for the other shoe to
Dogs haven't really
it's
been
what's
good actors since Milo and Otis, and I figured it out. They did a couple of takes, like, okay, it's good, he's crawling, but like, can you cry too? And the guy's like, I don't know, the dog's a method actor or whatever. So the director helped him get into the character. He broke his two front legs. Yeah, it turns out that helps dogs cry. So he was crawling through the snow, crying. Guys, we got it. Beautiful. Shot the dog in the head, moved on.
Wait, I'm so confused now. This is a bit. This is actually what happened.
Real.
Oh my God.
There's they don't have the full numbers, but like there's one scene where the little tabby cat pokes its head out of a smokestack.
Yeah.
They shoved 5 cats up that smokestack. The last one survived and poked its head out. So it's like this movie basically like made PETA a big thing. Like ever since then, you have to put the like ethically humane animal treatment stuff.
Yeah. All right. Here, I just Googled Milo and Otis, and
Yeah.
literally the next thing people also ask how many kittens died making Milo and Otis. What happened during Milo and Otis?
Dude. Okay,
That's one of the
let me
questions people
reenact
ask.
this scene. So there's this one scene where like there's this cat, and he's like where the cat's playing with a fox. I literally think this is what happened. The Japanese guy's like, "All right, you guys ready?" They just throw a cat near a fox and hope they get close to each other.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Wow. No, I remember seeing it like all over the place and being like, "Oh, this is something you just put on."
Yeah,
And
it's pretty good.
this is a kids movie. This is one of the things that we have, and they just never made it. Common Sense Media gives it 5 stars.
It's a good movie.
Lovable pet tale of friendship despite differences.
Because I always wondered was like why there's like so many scenes where like they're not together. I think it's that there's like it's too much to hope the dogs play together when they're older. The dog and the cat play together, so they had like baby cat, baby dog play together. 'Cause that's easy. They'll just like limp next to each other. Then they do this like divergent storyline where they just like throw the dog near other animals, throw the cat near other animals. Like there's one where I think the pug fights a bear. Pretty great.
I'm sorry, but this is just blowing my mind.
Yeah, dude, it's
Holy
amazing.
shit.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Ugh.
they don't know how many.
Ugh.
They don't know how many died. There's just the obvious ones, like the broken leg ones. They're like,
Yeah.
they obviously shot that
Oh my God.
one. He obviously killed him and moved on. We don't want to hear a dog cry for the rest of the day while we're in the snow. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
There's no way out of that bit. It just makes the room sad. Any suggestions?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Airbud, shit actor. Break his legs?
I don't know. I think everybody did pretty good. Although someone did point out there is a video I just watched on YouTube where someone did point out that there is a rule that dogs can't play basketball. There's a rule in like the school charter thing or whatever, like about like that rule, like basically said that like to play in any sort of like school sports, you have to be enrolled as a member of the school.
Yeah, they enrolled him. You
Wait, they
don't
did?
remember that?
No.
I thought that was the whole plot point. They enrolled him in the school. Am I fucking stuff up? Am I
Well, I think the
inventing
verbiage of the thing
things?
is that it has to be like a regular like like a regular like normal attending person in school. Like a dog wouldn't be a normal. So like if you like read it as like a dog wouldn't normally go to a middle school for children, he doesn't count.
But the principal let him go to school, I thought. Am I inventing a subplot?
I don't.
do
I
we
don't know.
do a YouTube video where like you're the principal and I'm like and I'm the coach like listen, got this I think the basketball team can make a championship this year. Um incidentally, could you let a golden retriever be a student here at the school?
Well, John Oliver just did a thing too where he points out that it's just like he points out that like there might not have been a rule, but he's like he really wasn't a good basketball player. Like the dog was not good at basketball. The dog could shoot the ball pretty good, but he doesn't pass, can't dribble.
Yeah.
He can
You bring him in to close out. You don't
yeah.
keep him in the whole game.
Oh yeah, no. Like you would if your strategy hinges on this dog being a good shooter, you're still gonna lose this game.
I think you just bring him out at the last second. You just like shoot it all up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ah. Do we end this like a phone conversation?
You can just end it
Is that
like
how
here.
we
It's
do
like I
this?
at least have to pee. I can
Yeah.
keep it running. I go pee, and you just talk to the camera for like 10 minutes. I don't care. This is an experiment. This is the first time we're doing it. I'll clip this up into tasty little clips.
Tasty little clips.
Tasty little
Tasty
clip.
little clips. Like little
Tasty little clips.
edit it down,
Yeah,
cut out the weird shit, would
yeah,
make it seem like a much more
yeah.
fluid
I'll have
conversation than
zoom
it
ins
is.
on you, and when you say like rape. Remember that time you said rape?
Can you post can you put a dolly zoom in the
Just ching, ching, ching. Yeah, yeah. I guess I could ask you what you learned.
No, well, I learned that Milo and Otis has a tragic backstory.
Sure does.
I learned that. Um,
Bernhard Steppenwolf.
I learned about Hitler's ghostwriter
Yeah,
who helped him achieve power and then was killed by him.
yeah.
Which
Don't know too much because I was thinking like maybe that's a way to cozy up to dictators, be their
I, le-
ghostwriter, but then you eventually get killed because they're too
I
paranoid.
learned that. I learned that this recessed mood strawberry rosé drink is a
Yeah,
non-alcoholic,
it's not too bad.
relaxing, CBD-free,
It's not too bad.
delicious drink.
I
I
stopped
learned that.
sweating.
I learned that. Um, I learned that it's tornado season in
It's
Chicago.
tornado
I
season.
learned that as well.
I learned that my meat got a little cured being out here. Well,
Uh-oh.
hold on, that's fine. Mm, mm.
Didn't even touch
Room
mine.
temperature cheese.
Boom. So yeah, I think we learned a lot. I think you're on your way to dominating the Chicago comedy scene.
I recommend we do a pilot of Flyboys. We have like you, me, two other Flyboys on a TV here. We talk to them over Zoom or whatever. Like, hey, how you doing in Flyboy country today?
Like, what's it's Flyboy like? Do you know like pilots and shit like that?
Yeah, we talked about you. We're like, hey, what do you think about how many times you got blown when you were flying? You know, all that stuff. Like all the good stuff.
I think that that would be I think that we would have a hard time. That's the one thing, like I said earlier, like, I think it'd be hard to like have like people come on and like be willing to like psh,
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I can put voice effects on them. If we don't know who they are.
so I was like one time we were we could
Yeah.
There was one time we had to go into the 40 and I had to make a right turn, but I accidentally made a left and we landed in Portland, Maine. And I was like, hey, at least we got a left or right. Anyways, the passengers were
One
old.
time I can do a filter just like this. One time I was flying a plane. I got a little blowy. He touched my little bony. I got a blowy in the air.
This, God, you call that a pilot's hat?
What are you even doing over here? You might as well wear a pilot yarmulke.
Ah, okay, I don't think I'm gonna try and do the older New York lady voice.
You're not gonna do an older New York lady voice? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm so scared. The older New York ladies are gonna come and get us. Oh no.
Nah.
Nah?
Yeah, well, you know what? You know what? Check back with me in a few weeks. We'll see how I feel.
Check on back of you with you in a few weeks or so. No, you're not gonna find.
I'm not falling for this
Nobody's
one.
gonna cancel me for doing classical punch rhyme. No, literally in the anime punchline, they're like punchline. It's
Oh
the
man.
best. It's the best. I only watch animes for how they say the names. There's a show, Gurren Lagann. I only watch it for the well, he's not the main guy, but he goes like, dude, it's the best. But if you watch the dub, he's like Gurren Lagann. Like, dude, fuck you, dude. There's something about like there's a Japanese voice in animes where it's there's like oh yeah, like there's people who talk like that all like smart water, like the all like all everything is like they're like the Japanese Alex Jones all the time. It's great. Fuck you! Eat a dog shit! Go on, go. No, you're not good at it.
I mean I'm not. I mean,
And nice Irish accent.
oh 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 you could oh sure you could say that this is an Irish accent,
Yeah,
but maybe it
because
goes a
I'm from
little bit too
Minnesota.
much. Maybe it sounds a little too Scottish for you.
It's kind of went a little Minnesotan on the start.
You kind of do. I think that that's the problem.
Minnesota.
I think that that's the problem. That's
Mina.
the problem with
It's the
Minnesota.
problem with Minnesota.
That's the
It's a
problem
little
with
bit
Minnesota.
close to Irish.
Too close to Irish.
Too close to
Don't you know?
Irish.
Oh,
Well, we got a little Jamaican.
oh
No,
yeah.
is this Jamaican?
Oh, you darn tootin'.
You darn tootin',
Yeah,
you
you
know?
darn tootin'.
Darn tootin', don't you know?
Fuck. You darn tootin'.
See, I want to do a character open mic, but then people don't have that many characters besides just Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
It's hard to do characters. It's hard to do a character and you gotta like fully flesh it out. And that's hard.
You gotta fully flesh it out. People are gonna think you're just a hack, just doing like, oh, I'm doing a Glotto Fry now. Ooh, Glotto Fry, I'm so funny, Glotto. I'm so glottally frying. Oh God, I'm gonna rule the world. The kids are gay. Sandy Hook is making our kids gay.
Oh,
See,
look,
now fucking frogs, they're going down their throat and they're in their cockles, and my balls are so big I can't eat pussy anymore.
all I did was say that Sandy Hook might be a false flag. That's all I did for months. Okay, and I told people to look at the facts.
A flag.
Okay, and then after that, they said it was wrong, and then I was the first one to say, look, I was wrong. Okay,
I was wrong. YouTube, please take me back. I love those sweet YouTube dollars. Please, YouTube. It costs so much money to host my own video on an ancillary third party website. Please, YouTube,
Yes.
please. Alex Jones goes nowhere. I just end. I'm like, oh, bye. How's Alex Jones? It doesn't go anywhere. I got no closers. I do
Yeah.
my vagina gun bit, but I mean,
I feel like with Alex Jones, the only way to end it is just like,
or just end him like, thank you. That was my Alex Jones. I'd like to end in a dick joke.
I think he ends himself. I think with just this like intense like breathing, where he's just like,
Thank you. That was Alex Jones. Like my grandma always said, poops and dicks. If you're doing it right, they're both the same size. Eat fiber, Chicago. Eat fiber. You want to end on any catchphrases? I like to let the guest end on a catchphrase if you'd like. I'll press the little stop streaming so it's right on the catchphrase. Whenever you're ready.
I didn't put that there.